Hello.
Hello, bumble bitches.
Hello.
My hair is pulling my brain.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You're just gonna you're just gonna do this.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah.
All right.
Does it look bad?
No.
Okay. I have my little Superman curly Q because I cut my bangs,
Yeah.
and for some reason I didn't think that they'd grow back. So now I have this like really short, wonky. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome.
All right. Let's see what we got. You have much more following than I do, so restarting mine would be nothing. I don't mind taking the heat for the upset children on TikTok. I'll mute them all. She said that she muted them instead of blocking them so that they could still hear us talking shit to them, which I thought was fucking funny.
Oh, you bitch! I love you. Oh gosh, yes. That is the kind of like sadistic. I like that.
Yeah. Somebody asked if skipping an ad will affect our compensation on YouTube. It does a little bit. If you guys want no ad content, join our Patreon. This live stream that we do on Wednesdays for YouTube is the only one that we don't record with like the monetization off. Everything that we do for Patreon/Discord gets no monetization, so there's no ads on those ever. My dad and uncles taught me, female, to defend myself. They make it into a game. Do you teach your kids to defend themselves and others? Yes, we do. Working on getting little man to be the perfect little gentleman.
Yeah, he told me yesterday when I picked him up from school. There's this girl in his class. The children are very open with me. They tell me it always starts with "Mommy, can I tell you something?"
Yeah.
And I've told them all the time, like, you don't have to ask me, just tell me. But I guess that they're seeking the permission.
Yeah.
And it's always, of course, what's up? And he told me that there's this girl in his class who very combative with everybody in the class. And she gets sent to the principal's office a lot, and like she hisses at kids and all these other kinds of things. And I have real conversations with the children, the way that you are raised in the household and the way that you behave is not the way that all children experience life.
Right.
And we have conversations about how when you get angry or frustrated or upset and you want to get angry and do those things, like you choose not to because you know it's inappropriate in that setting. She doesn't understand that because she hasn't been taught that. And so they understand that there are different realities going on to the extent that they can. And he told me that he's still making it a point, even though like she hits and hisses and all these kinds of things, like he's still trying to be her friend and include her in things.
That's good.
Yeah.
He's a gentle soul.
He is.
Yeah. Yeah. First live was just listening to a new episode while cleaning. Love you guys. Well, thanks for being here.
Welcome.
Did we just get a whole slew of subscribers? Let's see.
Guess so.
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Holy
shit.
Wow.
Welcome.
Love seeing that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I physically will defend myself, but words, I really just pick my head up and move away. But someone hurts my friends in any way, I'll defend them. I haven't seen anything come through with Faith from Facebook yet. I know we're live over there.
Is this the restream?
It is restreaming. It's showing that it's connected. I guess Facebook's just not talking to us yet. That's okay. They'll get there. There it is. There's Facebook.
Oh, hello, Clint.
Be blessed. Keep up the great work. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Hello, Levi. I just got noticed. It's a rare day off. What does it say? I just got noticed or I just noticed? I just got noticed. It's a rare day off.
Oh, hell yeah. Enjoy it.
How's everybody's Wednesday going? I always watch on TikTok, finally hopped over here. Yeah, this is the place to be. Getting in over here is a much, much slower chat. I think that we've only got 228 people across 2 platforms watching us right now. So it's definitely a much slower thing. We can see a whole lot of new chats. It's Monday instead of Wednesday. It's a Monday. Today's not Monday.
No, it's Wednesday.
Okay. It just made me question my reality real fucking hard.
I was like, hold on. We have appointments today. Hold up.
I have a question if you can give me some advice. I mean, we can
Try
try
our best.
do what we can. We have 3 days until we're at the couples retreat in Miramar Beach. Technically only 2, because today and tomorrow we have to leave early as shit Friday.
Yeah.
So we have to pack tomorrow. And I have to figure out how we're going to get all of this equipment up there in order for you to do that interview with that person you're interviewing on the 9th.
Yeah.
Unless you want to move it. Just saying, that would make my life way easy.
That would be the 3rd time rescheduling, and I don't want to do that to her.
Yeah.
So the interview happened before the extension happened, so the interview stays.
Yeah, I get it. Somebody keeps asking about weaponry and how you get comfortable with it. You get comfortable with any weapon by training with it. Having something and not knowing how to use it is useless. This is the people who buy a bunch of gear off of Amazon for the end of the world and don't know how to use any of the shit. Like you're pretending at that point.
Yeah, and you're gonna be really fucked when the internet grid goes out,
Right.
and
You
then we can't Google
YouTube
how to use it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Bay Area.
Like Tampa Bay?
I mean, that's what I know. It's probably not
California
Tampa Bay.
Bay?
It's probably California, but I think Tampa Bay when people say Bay Area. Are y'all 420 friendly or do not prefer it? We are a mixed household on that.
Can you guess which?
Yeah, that's a good question. Can you? Because it's been a while. The Kentucky trip went not as good as expected.
Yeah.
Levi said, asking for advice for a couple struggling making connections due to pregnancy. Like nothing is different and we still love each other, but things have been off for us both since we found out it's twins, and maybe you can't help or give advice, but it never hurts to ask.
Don't scroll. Don't scroll it.
Okay.
Okay. I have to read it again. You
Okay.
answer.
So there's a whole lot of stress happening there. Your name is Levi. I'm assuming you're a guy. There's a whole lot of financial stress that's going on in the back of your head, whether you're thinking about it like you're aware of you're thinking about it, or subconsciously there's that, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Having one kid is expensive. Having 2 at the same time is really fucking expensive.
Yeah.
That adds a whole new level of stress. Now you look at the fact that there's hormones happening in your woman. There's going to be a whole lot of things out of your control that you have to adapt to and make the best of your situation. And the first year of them being born is going to test your marriage or relationship like you would not fucking believe. Do all the research that you can about postpartum depression, because
Postpartum anxiety, postpartum anger.
all that shit's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Can I scroll now?
No.
Okay.
To tack on to that, we aren't different. Nothing's different. We found out we have twins. We still love each other, but things have been off for both of us since we found out it's twins. Why? Why has it been off for both of you guys? Have you guys had conversations about that? Is she worried about having the twins? Is she like, were you guys unprepared for 1 and now surprise, it's 2? Like, is there even more panic and anxiety there?
That turns fuck to oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. And oh, I want to make sure I'm not clipping. I also want to say, if you are a man, I'm following along with my husband's assumption. This is going to be a very tumultuous time for her femininity. Like, she's going to be out of whack. She's going to be out of balance. She is now not going to have 1 backseat driver. She's going to have 2 backseat drivers. And these aren't just backseat drivers. These are backseat drivers that are going to make it hard for her to breathe, make it hard for her to hold her urine in. Twins, very high risk pregnancies. There's a chance of preterm labor happening. Very high risk of C-section happening. So there's a lot of, I'm sure, fear for her on her side of things of what she's going to have to go through and experience. Be an ear for her. Don't try to problem solve this. There's nothing you can problem solve. You're not a doctor. You're not going to become an OBGYN. You're not going to be able to deliver the babies. You can't stop the preterm labor if it does happen. But what you can do is make sure that she gets to all of her appointments on time and make sure that she's taking care of her body in a meaningful way, that she is giving into the cravings a little bit. I'm not going to take her full cravings away. As a woman, I love my cravings, but she can't be sitting on the couch eating a sleeve of Oreos and then demolishing a bag of Doritos and then eating chicken pot pie from KFC for dinner.
I'm not pregnant and I could do that, no problem. I'm just saying.
Right, no, you could, but you're not growing life.
Oh, I'm growing.
Right? She needs the adequate nutrients to not just sustain the 2 lives growing inside of her. She needs the nutrients for her body. And what she puts into her body is going to feed heavily into her moods, her mood swings, how she's feeling, her depression. This is going to be a lot.
But you got this.
But you got this. Welcome to adulthood.
Days with Michaela sent a $1.99 super chat. There's going to be a text coming through because she had a question for you while you were outside, and I told her to wait until we were live. If she's already asked it, I missed it, but she asked it earlier. Let's see if she retyped it. I don't see it.
Somebody asked, I wanted to address this one, but it scrolled or it jumped.
That one?
Yeah. My fiance screenshotted a very pretty woman who was not wearing very much, and he turned his phone away to do it. When I called him out on it, he lied and said it was a wrestling page. I am postpartum and don't know how to trust his word. When I saw it, this is eating away at me. So I would be less focused on the fact of whether or not it's a wrestling page and more on the fact of why are you screenshotting anybody on your phone, period.
Right. You knew you were wrong for doing it because you turned your phone away.
Right.
That's a discussion that needs to happen too.
Right. So that would be the 2 things that I lean on into having a conversation with. And I wouldn't make room for excuses or whatever the case may be. It needs to be a calm conversation. Don't get heated or emotional. And I mean, those things will happen, but don't allow yourself to have an explosive reaction because you're becoming heated and emotional. If you need a minute to calm down and you're getting mad because he's coming up with excuses or he's trying to make you sound crazy, don't feed into it and then look crazy. Say, I need a minute. You are saying things that's distorting the conversation and I need a second to catch up to what's going on. And I would like to pick up this conversation when I've calmed down a little bit.
What a weird thing to screenshot.
Right.
When you really think about that, like, what are you going to do with that later?
Yeah. Well, what is that for?
Fucking weirdo. Like, I don't even screenshot cars or mushrooms or any of the things that I'm really into because I can just save it or know that it's going to come back up on the algorithm because I looked at it. Like,
I do the exact same thing.
I don't understand. I also don't understand why people film concerts on their phone. Like, if I'm at the concert, my phone's going to stay in my pocket or in the car because I want to enjoy being at the concert, I'm definitely not going to go back
Making
and watch
sure I'm
it.
getting the shot.
Right. It's just so I can show it off to other people. I can tag myself there before I go in to let people know that I'm at the concert.
Right.
But listening it back on my phone, it's going to sound like dog shit anyway. So what's the point in that? Or taking pictures of fireworks? What?
I like this is pretty.
Right. But you're missing it because you're looking at it through your screen.
No, it's not every firework, right? I'm very selective because I like my
get it.
memories.
I don't get it.
I like my memories. I like to bathe in them. If you guys have ever watched Bob's Burgers and they get roped and they get shanghaied into going onto that cruise for Bob to cook burgers for the cafeteria, Linda gets a bunch of pennies from the penny slots and she throws them in the air. She does like a penny angel on the bed. I do that with my memories. And
how? They're on your phone.
So I zoom all the way out and I can look at like 300 pictures at once. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, you're beautiful. Right? Because I've gone through and I've really cleaned up my phone.
Yeah.
I was absolutely disgusted. When I was at my lowest with my self-esteem, my confidence, I was at my highest with my weight. I was at my highest with my delusion. And when I say delusion, I mean like I was 340 pounds. Do you think I'm skinny? That's delusional. Like even I know that I am not thin right now, but I'm looking for other people to feed me validation that I'm attractive because I don't believe I'm attractive.
Yeah.
It's not about what people think of me. It boiled down to what I think of me. And the amount of selfies and like filtered photos that I had of myself on my phone and trying to make myself look sexy because I didn't feel sexy, I feel bad for myself.
That's not you anymore.
Right? No, I know. But like that was one of those moments where like I had to grieve the woman that I was, or like the girl that I was in that time, because I was super young doing these things too.
To celebrate the woman that you're becoming.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Just
like
to spend the thought on that instead of grieving, celebrate the woman I'm becoming.
well, no, there was a grieving that had to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's not a separate entity of me that did those things.
I get that.
I did that. And me being where I am now, it just sucks to know that I allowed myself to get to a point so desperate. And it also sucks to know that I was molded and prepped is the only thing coming to my mind for those kinds of mental turmoils.
Could even use the term groomed if you wanted to.
Yeah, groomed is a really good way to put that.
That Days with Michaela is the super chat. This was for you.
Was I talking too much?
No, but the chat is being held
Okay.
up right now, and it was a super chat. We always read those. I just want to
Okay.
make sure that it doesn't get missed, so I can scroll to the bottom.
Okay.
You gonna
Oh,
read
I
it?
thought you were gonna read
It's
it.
for you. So
How to handle the trenches, mom of 4 under 6. How do you handle mental health, the home, and the kids without failing in one area?
can I scroll?
Yeah. Mental health, home, and the kids, right? Those were the 3 main points that you gave me. Right? I got 2 arms. I'm only willing to juggle 2. I am willing to let the house fall apart a little bit in order for me to take a bath for 2 hours once a week. I am willing to allow the laundry to sit on the kids' floor or in the kids' bathroom for 2 nights in a row in order to make sure they get home cooked meals and homework's done on time, and then I get to put them to bed, whatever the case may be. Could I pick those up, leaving the kids' bedrooms at 8:30 at night after spending time with you on the couch and then heading to bed? I could. I don't want to.
And it's not hurting anything to leave it
And
there.
it's not. It's not hurting anything to leave it there. I would rather just go to bed. I know Friday morning, Wednesday morning, whatever morning, I know I'm going to have an easy downtime and I'm not going to be rushing to get things done. I'll pick up the laundry and I'll get it done and it'll get put away and the house will look put together and nice and neat. You will never, ever have a Pinterest home or a Airbnb picturesque house with children.
Right. They're
Right.
lived in.
It's lived in. And if you do, right, if I know we see TikToks and Facebooks and all those kinds of things, it's all fake. It's all manufactured. Shout out to Trisha Paytas. I absolutely love her. And her TikToks, you can see her house very well lived in. There are clean areas. We have it in our house. We have our clean, maintained areas that we spend time in. And then there's the junk corner that gets ignored for 3 months at a time because do we really need anything in there right now? No. Is it disrupting our very busy life? No. So when we have time or we want to allocate the time to tackle that, we will.
That's the thing about problems. If it's actually a problem, it'll still be a problem when you're ready to get to it. And if it's not a problem when you're ready to get to it, it wasn't really a problem to begin with.
Right.
Yeah. Got a super chat from Thin Mint and said, well, I did it, guys. Had an hour-long conversation with Dee. Did a real check-in with I don't feel like you're taking it seriously pauses. Peach, what do you recommend for managing not staying in the past hurt in my brain? I'll let you read that before I scroll on because I know you need to.
Is the past hurt relevant to the pattern that just happened in a conversation you had with him?
I think that those things, when you have those check-ins and you're agreeing to move past things, you have to let that shit go.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. Like we're real big into the let them theory. There's a difference between let them and fuck it or fuck them. You know what I mean? It's a very different concept, but ultimately your hangups, your resentments, and all the things that you are deciding to get over by staying with somebody after a check-in is a you problem. Beyond that point, you've got a clean slate now. We've addressed all this shit. The dirty laundry has been washed. It's hanging on a line. It's going to take some time to dry. And that's the grieving process or whatever you want to call it, where you're letting that shit go.
Yeah.
Yep. A lived home gives off happier energy. That's my husband wants the house to look like a Better Homes and Garden magazine 24/7. I tell him, sir, we live here. That's never going to happen. Those are fair statements.
Now, when the children are grown and they're living on their own and I don't have to manage 4 lives at once, I just have to manage 2 lives at once, our house is going to look so much better.
The fuck?
What do you mean?
I'm a slob.
Right, but cleaning up after you versus cleaning up after you and the children and the dog and all these other. When my life shrinks a little bit, our house is going to look different. It's going to look well maintained. Maybe we're going to have house parties and guests over, whatever the case may be. You can stay a slob.
I don't want to have house parties.
No.
No, we can rent Airbnbs for parties. I don't want people in here.
Okay.
I don't, real shit, like the more I think about people coming to our house, we have a very select few people that even know where we live.
That's true.
Even in our real life. Like, I don't want people coming over here. If somebody's having a bad day and they come over here, my house feels fucked up for days after that. I don't like that shit. I also have been thinking about the kids a lot and like how that looks, because I don't want the kids to move out until they're ready to buy a house.
I agree with that.
Right. And because we have a fairly decent sized home, we're not on top of each other. The only thing that's going to ruin that for me is when they start trying to bring people over here. And like, I didn't think about that. All the times that we've talked about wanting them to stay here, like you can't have friends come over. I don't want random 18, 19, 20-year-old kids coming in and out of our house whenever the fuck you want. We have too much shit in here that can be stolen and broken. Like,
yeah, that's going to be a very, very hefty rule.
Right. Right. Yeah. You guys want to do something, we'll go rent a fucking skating rink for the night. And you guys can all go roller skating or something. You're not bringing people in and out of here. But unless they have their own vehicles, their friends are going to know where we live. Like we really got to talk about that off the podcast.
Yeah, no.
That's not something I had really thought about until like 2 days ago. And I was like, I need to talk to her about that. And I completely forgot.
No, I'm going to make it. The kids know now that we have platform. They don't understand to the extent they're 6 and 7 years old. But they understand like we have our whole property is under surveillance. So they know we have cameras and those kinds of things. And we explain to them why that's a thing. And not because we've received death threats and whatnot, but
we have.
We have. But as they get older, I will continue those conversations so they can understand the severity of it. And right now they are very humble children. I hope it remains that way. And this isn't going to be something that they become tawdy with, but you are going to have very select friends over here. And before anybody steps foot in this house, I am meeting them.
Yeah.
We can walk around the mall together. We can go to Busch Gardens for the day, whatever the case may be. Like there needs to be interactions with this child and an understanding of who this kid is before they step foot on our property and know where we live.
We could also, Jenny said that there's a parenting hack. They converted their garage into a hangout space. We have a whole other building on our property that we could do that with. And they would never need to come in the house because of the bathroom on the back porch. I just don't, that whole thing is a problem for me. Somebody said, hear me out, Mel Robbins interview for the holidays. Mel Robbins podcast and what she does is so big that trying to get her to come on a small platform like ours is probably not going to be a thing.
Yeah.
It's really not. The fact that Roma was willing, she offered, like we didn't have to ask her. She reached out to us and was like, I love your content, would love to be on your podcast. She has over 1 million followers on YouTube.
Yeah,
she has
a big deal.
5 times the platform we do. So like that was a huge thank you to us, especially if we get followers from it.
Yeah.
Because we definitely got the hate that she gets from it. So, but I don't think that people that have that big of a platform, because Mel's got her own podcast, I don't think that we would be able to get people like that. I would really like to do interviews like on a regular basis. Especially if we had the space to have people in person. You know, if we could have people like come and sit down and the 3 of us sit down around a table and have a discussion, or, you know, that would be a lot of fun. But doing Zoom stuff is a lot of fun too. It's just a matter of finding the right people to talk on. Art said, I'm hung up on the bathroom on the back porch. Huh? So this house was custom built by a Russian mobster.
Yeah.
And on our back porch, we have a giant lanai back porch area that's screened in, and there is a back door that goes out of our house and into the lanai, and on the other side of the lanai is another door. And in that door is a full bathroom.
Yeah, shower,
Sink, toilet,
sink,
the whole nine. And then off of that room is another room that's like 8 foot long by like 5.5 foot wide that was built for massage, so that when the dude that owned the house was getting a massage, they didn't have to come in. That room was set up, and he would just walk from the massage room past the toilet and into the shower to get the oil off him before he came in the house.
Yeah.
What a fucking waste.
Yeah.
A total waste of space. Because, that could be our bathroom.
Yeah.
Because it is where our bathroom is on the other side of the wall. It could be more of our bedroom. Like, fucking waste of space. But it does give us a third bathroom for the house. And when people do come and stay here and stay in the man cave, they don't actually have to come in our house unless we invite them. So,
yeah.
I know it's hard. If it helps at all, you may be able to find an organization near you that would collect it all. Oh, that must have been an answer to somebody else. Oh, like a mudroom. Yeah, pretty much. But it's an actual bathroom, and it's not for our backyard because it doesn't get muddy enough here for us to need that.
I wouldn't call it a mudroom. I wouldn't compare it to a mudroom.
Isn't a mudroom just where you put all your muddy shit when you come into the house to not get it in the rest of your house?
No, my understanding of a mudroom is something, yes, like that, but like it has like a little sink and like a place to wash your feet and all those kinds of things. So you do track all the mud in there, leave it there, and then you can enter the home clean.
It's more like a pool room.
I don't know.
Well, for Florida, I mean, people have dedicated little areas after they've been in the pool to just go shower the chlorine off and all that shit.
Yeah.
That I could imagine being like, that would have made sense if we had a pool on the property, but we don't.
We don't. No, we don't.
How to address in-laws that constantly say you need more babies, even though they know now that I'm sterilized, I've had 3, I'm good. I say that, they keep going. You should tell them that you don't have to raise these children. I do, so mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with putting somebody in their place every once in a while. You can be civil, be cool about it the first 2 or 3 times, but eventually be like, hey, shut the fuck up. Why are you trying to destroy my life? You want me to have a baby so that you can enjoy the baby shit without any of the baby responsibility? Why don't you adopt a fucking child?
Or the commitment.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you adopt a child? Right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids out there that need adoption. You should totally do that.
Go get a dog.
Go stick your head in the toilet and take a deep breath.
Aggressive.
I don't like people telling me what the fuck I need to do with my life.
For selfish reasons, too.
Yep.
Yep, I agree.
I also don't like people like trying to be that involved in what goes on in my relationship. Any of my relationships.
Yeah, it's very overstepping.
Yeah. Like, I don't even want people doing that when it comes to my friendships. Like, you get those people that are like, hey, can you tell so-and-so? No, I can't.
No.
I can't. You can tell them. And if you can't tell them, they don't need to know. Like, yeah.
Then there's no reason for you to be talking to them.
Right. Have you guys ever considered having your Patreon community doing live Zoom podcasts to create larger conversations? We have. We've talked a lot about things like that. I just got a notification that those little lights that I bought you, the bendy lights for macro photography, are going to be delivered today. Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm not going to lie. I want to play with them. I'm super, super excited. So
play with them away. Let me know what works and what doesn't.
Right. Right. Well, you remember when we were in the cabin when Zach and Jenny came down when they were doing, little man got his parrot.
Yeah.
That tree stump that was out there that had all those little tiny mushrooms growing over it, we could have gotten such bomb ass photos if we could have controlled the light.
We could have, yeah.
Yeah. That ain't going to happen again.
Now we're prepared.
We're prepared.
I came prepared.
Yeah.
Anyone remember that?
I don't.
No? It's from a very obscure movie. Specifically a goat with propellers on his horns.
No idea.
Okay.
The idea of us doing a giant Zoom call with all of our Patreon members probably would never happen. Discord would be a lot more feasible. Our Patreon has over 10,000 people on it now, like with the free members. But we have over 1,000 currently in Discord. That would be a limited event kind of thing. But even then, like, how is that going to work? We're going to do the same thing that we're doing now until somebody raises their hand and be like, okay, go.
Right, or we get 10 people to raise their hand and then someone talks for 30 minutes.
We can limit them to 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes, go.
We could.
That'd be a thing. That'd be pretty cool.
Right, but then what are we gonna do when someone starts changing the conversation, and then new people start jumping in the line, and like now we have multiple conversations going at once because people have different things they want to hit.
Well, we just
So we're gonna like have like a 2-hour community live stream, and then we end it when we edit it. If we can't get to everybody, we can't get to everybody.
well, I wouldn't expect to get to everyone anyways. I also think there'd be a whole lot of people that showed up that don't raise their hand in the Zoom call to talk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that want to silent participate.
Okay.
That's totally cool.
Yeah.
But I definitely be like 5 minutes and then mute them. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, your 5 minutes is up. Like,
Yeah.
because I know that you're going to talk in circles for the next 15 minutes if we don't mute you. Jenny said, give it a theme. That could work too. What about mods? We have those. On topic and time limit. There's a whole lot of cool things that we would be able to do that if we want to do. Was it Hoodwinked?
It was Hoodwinked. Yep.
DJV got it.
Hell yeah. Such a good movie.
I want to do live calls where people send emails and then we read the emails and talk to them about what's going on because we always have questions. And having them on a live call like John Deloney does would be super dope. Or even have somebody call in ready to go and they can just deliver their problems and we can back and forth so we don't have to read an email. It'd be a whole lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Soul Story said I would be there silently participating like I do in the server, LOL. Just give me control of the mute button, Danish said. You have mods? No fucking way. Yes, fucking way. Guys, we have some spots available left for Greece. Last May, we went to Costa Rica for 2 weeks. We were there for 2 weeks and we hosted 2 different groups of people each week. And we did all kinds of cool shit.
Yep.
Rode a tour bus through the mountains on dirt roads, which is sketchy as fuck. Had like lunch in the middle of the mountains. We went to an operating organic farm and had lunch there at a different place. We fucking zip lined and jumped off waterfalls and swam in different waterfalls. And we had a whole ass experience. This May, 1 year later, we're going to Greece. Yep. We'll be in Greece for a week and we'll be doing Mykonos and Athens. And then after Greece, we're going to Bali. And both of those trips are available, have available slots. Greece has a lot more than Bali does because of the cost. But if you guys want to do that, there's links in the bio on YouTube or links on the video on YouTube that will take you to Trova Trip. These trips are going to be a once in a lifetime thing. And it's the only international trips that we're doing in 2026. We're not booking other trips. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys check that out because they're fundamentally life-changing. Like we and the bonds that we created. I made my vlog today or my year in review.
All right.
And I realized that people that were in Thailand that went to the very first trip we ever did internationally were in Costa Rica with us. Since we went to Costa Rica, people that were in Costa Rica have met us in Utah. They have come to Florida. We've had people that have gone to Costa Rica show up in Kentucky when we've done, and we are building a legitimate community of people that are like permanent fixtures in our life because of this shit. It's super fucking cool when you think about it. Super, super cool. And for those of you who are like, I can't afford to go, you can finance it. They have a firm and like you can do payments through Trova Trip if you want to, instead of doing a firm. You know that I actually set up a firm for the tattoo shop now. People can finance their tattoos. I set that up
Really?
through Square because
Okay.
Square offers a firm. I didn't know that was a thing, but it is. You can,
I love that.
yeah, you can use that. Yep.
I love that. That opens the door for a lot of people.
I also think that in 2027, when we do another trip, that we should only do one, and we should just make it a yearly international trip unless we're going by ourselves.
Okay.
And not do big excursions. Like I know that Costa Rica, we did 2 trips back to back because we were already there. That made a lot of sense. But doing Greece and then Bali ended up costing us a lot of fucking money in flights.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that again. And I don't think, like, I think that if we only did Greece, the people who were going to Bali that really wanted to travel us would have just done Greece, and we'd have sold the trip out and that would have been it.
Yeah.
So I think 2027, we should pick something like Italy or,
That was my first thought.
yeah, I know you
I
want
wanna
to
go
see
to
Venice.
Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really want to go to Venice. And I want to get an Italian cookbook.
Yeah.
Yes.
In English.
Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
use
can
Google
translate
Translate?
it, but it'll force me to learn it too.
A firm for a small business is pretty nice for a more consistent income stream. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Did y'all ever get a crystal pouch from, where'd it go? Did you ever get a crystal pouch from me a while back? Did you mail it to us? Did we get a crystal pouch?
We receive a lot of crystal pouches.
Yeah. Yeah, we do actually. Get a
Yeah.
lot of stones in the mail. People know that you like your stones.
Yeah. If it was sent to the PO box, yes, we did, and it's probably set up. It's more than likely already set up in my meditation room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I categorized it. I added to my personal dictionary of my crystals in my phone, and it's now propped up somewhere in my meditation room.
Jaslyn said, if you guys have ever thought about mentoring, even as an extra source of income here and there, it's hard for me to comprehend what people are saying, but the way you guys elaborate equals me able to relate. You do your women's group. You have 3 different mentoring groups, and I have one. We don't do a co-ed, like both of us together. We could probably create a tier where they get both of us if we wanted to. But we both do our own individual coaching through our Patreon community. You want to talk about your women's tiers? Just give them a rundown real quick.
Yes. So my women's groups, I have 3 different tiers. I have my Women's Thrive, I have my Sacred Sisterhood, and I have my Awaken Women's. My Women's Thrive is the least involved group. So ladies who have busy lives or they don't want to be overwhelmed with things to do. It has all of the groups have a dedicated private Discord section within our Discord, so you get the whole access to the To Be Better server along with the private section for the women's groups. There is designated problem solving chats, threads. We actually created new threads so problem solving doesn't get lost in a main chat. Women's Thrive gets a monthly book prescription. There is twice a month phone calls and a once a month in-depth challenge with prompts. My Sacred Sisterhood gets once a week phone calls with once a week challenges, with a monthly book prescription, along with access to private DM me on Discord for one-on-one mentorship. And then my Awakened Woman has everything Sacred Sisterhood has, along with up to 1 hour monthly phone calls with me.
Private calls.
Private calls.
Yeah, not group.
Yep, so
On
private.
On that tier.
One-on-one on that tier. And there's also a second optional emergency call. So say your husband tells you he wants a divorce, or your mom just blew up on you and you're going into a spiral and you're having anxiety, we can plan a secondary emergency phone call within 72 hours if our schedules line up.
Christopher Cobble asked if we're answering questions. We are. We're just hanging out. This is what we do every Wednesday. We go live on TikTok for an hour, and then we go live on YouTube for an hour instead of recording content. So we are just interacting with the chat. We may not answer your question, but we are answering questions. Fiery Red Phoenix said, I unfortunately wasn't able to afford the Thrive group this month, but I was able to switch back to the $15 tier so I can stay in the Discord at least.
I want to pause there.
Okay.
I've had a lot of women tell me that they feel bad for having to leave my women's groups. I also work with women, so if any of you ladies have to leave the women's group, message me privately. And we can have conversation and see if we can get something figured out. Majority of the time, I give women 1 month free if you've been in the group. That is something that I believe is important. Depending on circumstances, in extreme circumstances, I will allot more time. Community is important. Stay within the Discord. If you can't be in my women's groups for whatever reason and you want to decline the free month, which women have done, they've declined the month because they feel like it's taking advantage. Stay within the community. Go to the $15 tier. Do not turn away from support. But I do feel like 1 month free or whatever the case may be is important and worth it enough for me to continue to provide those resources to the women instead of having it ripped away because of finances.
Yeah, it's important to, Jenny said, to be active and participating as well, which is also a big deal.
That also plays into it.
Amber said, that is wonderful. It conveys to the consumer that you care and are invested, not just concerned about money. The reality of this, guys, is that we are going to make money doing what we do regardless. And us giving away a month of what we're already doing isn't the end of the world.
Right.
It's really not. Like we normally give away a room or a bunk for all of the retreats that we do as well.
Yeah.
So we try to make sure that we are giving back to the things, that as long as it doesn't like disrupt our life too much, to make sure that people are included who can't afford to do things.
Yeah.
So knowing what you know now, how would your getting to know you stage differ from before? What questions would you ask? Go to tobebetter.com and click on the resources page. There is a courting questionnaire list that we put together.
Yeah.
And those are questions that we talked about during our courting phase, and a whole bunch of things that we thought about afterwards. You can literally save that shit to your phone, and while on a date, pop that motherfucker open and read the questions.
Yeah.
We've had really good responses and really negative responses to that. People are like, they got up and left. Like
Yeah.
they didn't like my answers to things. And I'm like, well, that's not a negative, bro. Like you saved yourself a whole lot of heartache. That's a win.
Yes.
But
Heartache, headache.
yeah.
Oh.
Thin Mint said, I've wanted to upgrade from the Thrive tier, but I can't arrange my work schedule to make calls work on a regular basis. Christopher Cobble said, y'all definitely helped me grow as a person and have helped me become a better partner just because of how you explain and just be so pure to each other. Man, glad we can fucking help.
Me too.
The explaining thing, I think, is what matters. Us breaking down the reasons of like the way that our conversation works, I think is what helps people, because it changes perspective.
Yeah.
You know, I could sit here until I'm blue in the face and tell you what you're doing is wrong. How's that helping? Right? If I'm like, why don't you try this instead? Now I'm giving you advice. Like now we're really like trying to give you something instead of just, you know. Trash Panda said, did you change your setup? We did. And it's not done yet. We changed the lights in here. We changed the camera zooms, and I have LED lights that are coming that will sit behind us to light up the difference between the wall and the chairs. We want to make this more comfortable and not as in your face bright. And I'm happy with what we've got right now.
I think, sorry.
Go ahead.
I also think my husband's overwhelmed by my stuff over here.
Not at all.
So I think that this was a way to eliminate visual clutter for you.
Not at all.
Oh, look at that.
You can still see every bit of it when we're live on the podcast, when we record for the podcast, because of the way it's edited. So it has nothing to do with your stuff. It's just a matter of, whoops.
I'm glad.
Oh, it's just a matter of, I wanted a more relaxed feel to the podcast.
I like that.
Somebody asked if we still do emails. Yes, we do. If you would like to send us an email, it's tobebetterco@gmail.com. We do not do them on live streams unless we have nothing to talk about on live streams. We do all of our email stuff as content. We are recorded all the way into January now, halfway through January.
Yeah.
Well, the first 2 weeks of January is done.
Janae, are you still in the chat by chance?
She is. She just messaged or commented a second ago. I scrolled.
Okay. We are still playing Find the Ween. I have yet to mail out the sourdough for the 2 people who have found the ween already. I have not dedicated the time to write up the instructions and all the things that go along with mailing this to you guys. Once we get back from the couples retreat, I'm going to have a lot of downtime. I see Janae.
Okay, that's what I was pointing.
Yeah. So after the couples retreat, when we get back, I'm going to mail out the 2 sourdough starters for the 2 people who have found the ween. But yes, that's still a thing. Janae, Fiery Red Phoenix, I believe that's who was commenting. If you guys can connect over the Women's Strive thing and doing the 1 month, I would appreciate that. It eliminates me as the middleman in this specific context. That's the green light to go ahead. I saw someone comment on my nails. Thank you. And a little snowflakes on them. My toes match. But I'm not showing you guys my toes. That's a fee.
She's fucking kidding. God, the amount of people who are like, when are you going to start an OnlyFans? That's not going to ever happen.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Yes, I was commenting. Perfect. It was Fiery Red Phoenix. Janae is going to reach out to you and we're going to coordinate that 1 month though. So hopefully, I hope that helps you and you're able to get life situated a little bit more.
Do you want to talk about the itinerary for the couples retreat? Just because that's about to pass. We also only got about 10 minutes left.
Yes. So the itinerary for the couples retreat. So Friday evening, quick shout out. I'm not going to say her name, but quick shout out to somebody in our community. She does catering as one of her love languages is what comes to my mind. It is a profession for her. She does it professionally, but it very much, you can tell she does it from her heart. And she has offered to cater this weekend. So Friday evenings, getting to the Airbnb, getting everything set up wise, and then everybody just arriving. It's going to be a very laid back evening. We're going to bring cards with us to kind of break the ice and have everyone answer and get some laughter going, get some insight into each person as individuals and as couples together.
Ain't gonna be no laughter.
No.
I'm bringing the cards that made us cry.
Oh, fuck. Babe.
We're not gonna have to answer them. We did this shit already. It's on them this time. Let's fucking go. We're starting this motherfucker with rawness.
Okay, so we're jumping into it. I'm terrified.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, motherfuckers.
Jesus, babe. That's exactly how that's gonna feel. Okay, so knowing that, we're gonna do a sound bath Friday night. I'm sorry, I realized you had just big old swig. So we're gonna do a sound bath Friday night before bedtime. My goal is to do it next to the pool. I don't know how cold it's gonna be outside. Everyone do bring some things to bundled up in the evening. It's gonna get a little bit chilly. Sound bath by the pool is gonna be fantastic. Saturday morning is going to be, everybody gets up at their leisure. We're gonna have breakfast made. Food for the weekend is gonna be provided. You will have to bring your preferred snacks and drinks. But we will have breakfast and dinner and then finger foods throughout the day, both Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is going to be a day dedicated to group talking and group problem solving, group encouragement. This is to break the ice, to hit surface level things. That way, when we go into Sunday for our one-on-ones, we're going to dedicate 6 to 8 hours on our one-on-ones, 6 to 8 hours for the group sessions. And Sunday one-on-ones is when we're going to get into the more deeper things. So we want to get through the surface level things on Saturday within the group. Also, more brains equals more brain power. Different perspective, different life experiences is always helpful. Dinner is going to be provided, like I said, both nights. And then there is going to be some type of... I am going back and forth between yoga and qigong. But I want to do something at the end of the day that gets energy moving, along with getting like ambient sounds playing. It's not going to be it's going to be a sound bath, but it's not going to be a crystal sound bath. And then I would like to do some guided breath work over the weekend as well. I talk with my hands a lot.
Yeah.
I don't
Did you
like
see that.
I don't like seeing myself.
Yeah, the couples retreats are very different than the women and the men's retreats that we do. I really want to do just a fuck it retreat. Okay, I can't call it that because people will definitely take that the wrong way.
Yes.
Call it a chill retreat where we rent an Airbnb somewhere like the Blue Ridge Mountains or somewhere where there's like zip lining or whitewater rafting. Find out how much it would cost for like 15 people to go. Include that into the price and just do like a weekend where we don't have to work and people can still come and hang out with us because they're going to get value from being there.
Right. We all just vacation together.
Yeah. But do it domestically instead of internationally.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have questions about tattoo stuff, follow Jeffrey Graham Tattoos on Instagram or TikTok. He is one of my best friends. He works for me. He runs my tattoo studio and he gives tattoo advice and critiques all day long.
Yeah.
I want zero to do with the tattoo industry at this point. I have my financial interest aligned with the tattoo studio because it's still a business for me, but I fucking hate the tattoo industry. Yeah. I have gotten so bitter towards what it's become that like I got to be honest, if I didn't have tattoos, I probably wouldn't even get tattooed at this point because I don't want to be around tattoo artists. If I could find an artist that has the same values that I align with, that's not a fucking sniveling little bitch,
Yeah.
that I could private go get tattooed by, I would. I mean, obviously we do that with Jeff, but otherwise I don't think I would get tattooed anymore. Crazy, isn't it?
It is. I saw somebody ask if I've tried Pilates. I've not tried Pilates, but I want to. We live in an area where we have massive plazas, but it's massive plazas with like Publix and Chinese food and Five Below and nail salons, and there's not yoga or Pilates or Zumba or whatever the case may be. That's like 45 minutes an hour to wait from us. And I don't have the time to dedicate to that.
Yeah. Most of the people that do those classes rent the space and it's never in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody on YouTube for me to watch, let me know.
Jeff did my tattoo at the Miami convention. Are you the one that got the entire sleeve in 3 days? He said you sat like a fucking champ.
What a badass.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no fucking, and it's full color. There's no way. Like I'd have gotten it through day 1 and showed up for day 2 and been like 2 hours in and be like, well, bro, we're done.
Yeah. Girl, I sat with Jeff. He did my blackout. It was an upper sleeve. I didn't even do the full sleeve. I did an upper sleeve. It was 2 days back to back, almost 20 hours. And I could not have done a third day. My whole arm, absolutely not. I came in on the third day because we had Sanoderm on it. We had to take that off and then reapply the one for the rest of the healing time. And I got hit with that rubbing alcohol and I passed out. They had to grab a massage table and you had to help me lay down.
Yeah.
Yep. Good on you.
Yep. All right, guys, we have to wrap up. We only got so much time on Wednesdays because she's got to go at 1 o'clock to get the kids. We'll be live. We'll be recording tomorrow on Patreon, and then we will not have any content for you guys until live content until the week after next, because we'll be out of town for an entire week for the couples retreat. There could potentially be a live stream while we're at the Airbnb because I have to bring everything, but I'm not counting on that. So also for those of you who are coming, the pool is not heated. They try to charge me $1,000 to heat the pool.
Yeah.
No.
We're going to try to see how much they would charge us for Friday and Saturday
won't do
night. Are you serious?
They messaged when, as soon as the TikTok live went, they said that they weren't willing to just do the couple of nights. You got to pay for the entire week. So the hot tub spa thing and the pool is not on unless you pay for it. Fucking bitches.
I'm trying to think of what I can do to make $1,000.
Yeah, we're not. I'm just not willing to pay for it. Even if you had it. Even if you're like, I'll make the extra $1,000. I'm not willing to fork over $1,000 to have a heated pool. Nope.
Okay.
We'll see you guys on the next one, guys.
Bye, guys.